Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here, and thank you for checking out this video. It's hard to believe we're back here on the PTR once again, this time for 11.2 in Ghosts of Koresh, and also for Season 3 of Mythic Plus here in The War Within. Where did this expansion go? Absolutely nuts. So we're going to be talking about all things Marksman Hunter today, and we're going to start off with Dark Ranger single target, much like I do with my guides. And I will have an 11.2 guide out. I'm currently working on my scripts and getting all my stuff together for that, so I hope you guys will eventually check that out once it drops live, hopefully day one. But there's going to be a bunch of different sections in this video, and things can change. There's already been a bunch of changes on the PTR. I'm sure we're going to see a bunch more. So I'll make future videos on changes, should they make them. So first section is going to be really quick, talking about the tier set. I have not talked about the tier set. I normally have that video out by now, but I'm glad I didn't because they've already changed it. So it worked out quite nicely, and I think we actually benefited more for it. It's a much more streamlined and easy to understand, and you don't have to worry about bad luck, that sort of thing. So all right, so the two set right now. Whoops. Somehow somebody put me in combat. That's weird. So the two set is black arrows damage is increased by 10%. Always a good thing. It's usually our number 2 damaging ability. And bleak powder's damage is increased by 20%. That'll be great for AoE. And there's already more damage being added to black powder. They did cap it, which does stink, but now it's going to put out your black arrow dots, which will be great, and it'll help boost our damage from Phantom Pain. And then the kicker, and it's actually, in my opinion, the best thing you're going to see out of all of the tier sets for at least our 2 tier sets, is the cooldown of True Shot is reduced by 30 whole seconds. That's a point in our tree. It's a very strong choice node in our tree to boot. That's crazy. I hope it makes it to live, because you can actually lower, thanks to calling the shots in the tree, you can lower your True Shot cooldown to 1 single minute. And it's exactly 1 minute, which means your 1 minute trinkets, great. Your 2 minute trinkets, also great, because you'll be able to use your trinkets on every other True Shot and they'll line up perfectly. And then the 4th set, Withering Fire's black arrow damage is increased by 50%. You get Withering Fire during True Shot. And then Consuming Black Arrow has a 50% chance to cause all black arrow barrages during your next Withering Fire to fire 1 additional arrow. That one, it's weird for me. Like, I understand why that's going to be really strong. I feel like the cooldown reduction of True Shot is like the biggest thing out of those tier sets. So the tier set is really going to make me ask some tough questions. Do I want my Unerring Vision, or do I want my calling the shots in the talent tree? And we'll look at the talents here in just a second. So in other words, do I want my True Shot to be a 1 minute 30-second cooldown and hit as hard as it possibly can? Or do I want my True Shot to hit a little bit, 20% less, because you lose that bonus critical strike damage, and our crit will be extremely high from Unerring Vision, to have it be just a base 1 minute cooldown? If it's a 1 minute cooldown in a Mythic Plus, for example, you can pop off like every other pack. That's going to be nutty. And if you can get Bullseye in your build as well and get that stacking damage, the stacking crit chance when things are below 20% health, things are going to absolutely melt. And I'm really looking forward to Season 3, let me tell you. But I do have a 693 item level. That's what I'm going to be using in this video. I still have some low items, even from Season 1, since this is the character I've used all PTR long for all 3 seasons. And I have the Circe Circlet as well. But I am using the Signet of the Priory and Improvised Seaforium Pacemaker. Alright, so what you guys are here for. Let me get rid of that. So left side of the tree, not changing anything. It hasn't really changed at all, other than the choice node that doesn't affect us whatsoever. In the middle of the tree, they did update Soul Drinker, which was a great change. And now I need to do some number crunching to see if Soul Drinker is going to be better in all situations, because half of it, which is the bleak powder damage increased by 20%, we can't proc in single target. But is the black arrow damage being increased by 15% enough to outpace Shadowhounds? Still working on that, but for the sake of this video, I will be running with Shadowhounds. And then up here, this other choice node is Ebon Bowstring for single target, and then Phantom Pain for AoE. And they did buff Phantom Pain pretty significantly. And now over here on the right side, and this is where I tend to have my nucleus build, or like a build and all the points that never change in any of the 4 videos that you're going to see, or any of the 4 builds. So the nucleus so far for marksman would look something like this: aim shot, then rapid fire, precise shots, streamline, lock and load, ammo conservation, avian specialization, which is just a retitled improved spotter's mark, but now we have access to fetch as well. It's a nice lootering quality of life for us as a marksman hunter. And then penetrating shots, surging shots, and then most likely tenacious if you're doing just fun content. You know me, I'll be running with cunning. And then master marksman, moving target. It was lower damage wise, it was nerfed a little bit, but that damage was actually just moved over to our base aim shot, so it worked out just nicely, or quite nicely for us. And then true shot, then feathered frenzy, and this here is our base nucleus build. It is 14 points that never change, regardless of if you're playing Dark Ranger or you're playing Sentinel. Oh, by the way, speaking of the tier sets, I forgot to mention, they're doing tier sets for every hero talent, or every hero talent build, meaning everybody's going to have 2 different tier sets. And so the Dark Ranger one obviously doesn't apply to Sentinel, but we'll see how that goes. That's something that they've never done before, and I'll be interested to see how they tune things around those bonuses. Anyway, forgot to say that. Now, we are trying to get down here to the bottom part of the tree. For single target, it's always going to be Windrunner's Quiver, or Windrunner Quiver, for both Sentinel and for Dark Ranger. So that's my goal, and then we're going to fill out the rest of the tree. But I have 6 points left to spend, so it's going to be In the Rhythm, Improved Death Blow, Razor Fragments, and Headshot. Then after that, we have 2 more points to spend, and there's really 2 options for you. You can either put that point in on target and target acquisition, or you can do precision detonation and shrapnel shot. And shrapnel shot was changed pretty significantly, and this has to do with the interaction that we're now used to in Season 2 of The War Within. So it had to do with our tier set, when you would want to run with precision detonation. So whenever you had lock and load, you would then go explosive shot, then lock and load, and it would hit it instantly and do massive amounts of damage. Well, it's not going to be as strong as that, but it does give us a reason to use explosive shot in single target, because there was a lot of times where if you were not running with precision detonation, it wasn't worth casting at all, even though I still did, because I hate seeing it just sitting there. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to do precision detonation and shrapnel shot, but you could easily do on target and target acquisition. So that's what I'm doing here for this video, and that will be what's in the string down below. And now we have to get over here to Windrunner Quiver. So 2 points in unmatched precision, 1 point in focused aim, 1 point in Windrunner's Quiver. I keep putting an S on there. They should just put an S at this point. Then 1 point in Bullet Storm, 1 point in Incendiary Ammunition, just like we do now. And now this is what I was just talking about. It's now a choice node, which really sucks. So it's either calling the shots or unerring vision. As we continue to stack crit, probably going to say we're doing calling the shots. For the sake of this video, I'm running with an unerring vision for now, but there's going to be a point in this last tier where you're going to run with calling the shots, because you're going to have so much crit, it won't matter for the crit side of things. You're still going to feel the lower crit damage, but you're going to have so many more true shots out for single target and AoE. So you can mark it down now. I'm going to pick unerring vision for now, but calling the shots it may already be the play. I'm still testing it out. I just have to do some more Mythic Plus testing to see if having true shot up that much more is that big of a deal, and how many more true shots I get out in like in a single target fight, or how many more I get out in AoE. Then Tinsel Bowstring, and I have 2 more points. So this is also a question, because do I run with volley or not? If I'm running with double tap, I feel like you almost have to run with volley, because it can proc on both true shot and volley. I hate volley in single target. It's not fun for me. So I'm going to run with double tap for now, and I'm going to run with bullseye instead of running with volley. But if you're running with double tap, you should probably run with volley too, but I don't want to, at least not right now. Obviously, things can change, and as we get closer to the release of Season 3, we'll have a better idea after they mess with things, because you guys know they're going to be messing with stuff. And Bullseye is now a 1-pointer, and it still stacks up to 30 times, which means I can have, and when I'm in True Shot, I can have an almost 100% chance to crit below 20% health, which is when I have Black Arrow up, is doing all the damage. It can crit for like 12 million right now. So if we can get that into, like, we can get our True Shot up for the last 20% of boss's health, we are going to be the most execute class ever. Like, I am so stoked for that. Hey, my guide's not asleep. I figured he'd be asleep. All right, so now we've seen the build, and that string will be down in the description. Now let's take a look at our rotation and an opener. All right, so I have updated my visuals a little bit for you guys, so I hope that it is beneficial and helpful for you. So the rotation is actually not changing at all for single target Dark Ranger, which is nice. And I will say right now, this target dummy, and all of them for that matter, are going to be perennially dead. Which means I am going to be skewing my data because of my bonus 30% chance to crit thanks to Bullseye. So, just letting you guys know that. I will be running with it in single target, so I'm going to keep it in the build, but do keep in mind that it will skew the data that you're about to see. So we're going to 2 seconds left on the pull timer. Use your aim shot, and then you're going to go over to Black Arrow, and then you're going to use your rapid fire. If Black Arrow procs, if you get another death blow, use it. Otherwise, you're going to go right into True Shot, and then you're going to go aim shot, and then use your Black Arrow, and then you're going to just go back and forth. If rapid fire's up, use it. Otherwise, you're going to go aim shot, aim shot, Black Arrow, and just keep going around. If Black Arrow doesn't proc with your precise precise shots, you're going to use your arcane shot. But we want to prioritize using Black Arrow with precise shots up. So it sounds confusing. It's pretty simple, and you should be able to see the cadence of abilities here above my damage meter. So let's reset all this data, and let's see what kind of damage we can do right now. Hey, it's at 100%, so maybe it won't skew it as much. So I'm going to always put my hunter's mark on the target, and here we go. And I will use Lust as well. I'm going to use Lust at the beginning, and we're going to go for the full duration of True Shot and maybe a little bit longer. So here we go. Already screwed it up. Already screwed it up again. Like, seriously, like, we're at 9 million right now. So now I'm going to use my explosive shot just because, and then as it shows, it automatically procs that thing, and it does a ton of damage. So now I'm just going through, okay, I have my my precise shots up. Now I'm going to use Black Arrow. Then I'm going to go aim shot, and then did it proc? No. Then I'm going to use rapid fire to try to get to proc again. It didn't. Then arcane shot, and then back to aim shot. Then my Black Arrow is up, so I'm going to use it. Then back to aim shot, and then did I get the proc? No. I'm going to use rapid fire to try to get the proc. I still didn't. Now I'm going to spend it on my arcane shot. Then aim shot, then Black Arrow. I don't have anything available to us, so steady shot. I keep forgetting to use my explosive shot, so let's do that real quick. It's nice that it gives you lock and load for free. And then aim shot, and then it didn't proc, so I'm going to use my rapid fire to try to get that death blow. It didn't happen, so I'm using arcane shot. Then aim shot. It's now up, so I'll use it again. Go back to aim shot. Did it proc? Yes, it did. Now I'm going to use it again. And then I'm going to go aim shot again. Did it proc? No. I'm going to use my rapid fire to try to make it proc. It didn't. So now arcane shot, and now look what's up. It's True Shot. So then let's do it again. I need to find a better job or a better spot for my explosive shot in this build too, if I'm going to be running with those talents. I probably should just use it on cooldown. But it's pretty simple once you get going, and then we're already out. So obviously this damage, wow, Black Arrow is doing a ton of damage. Granted, again, high amount of crit, more than I would normally on a normal pull. I shredded this training dummy, but there is just a ton of damage potential as a Dark Ranger right now. And the cool thing is, if you play Dark Ranger, the AoE build only changes a few points, which means it's a single target cleave build. It just so happens to do AoE as well. So then you're learning all of these habits, not necessarily bad habits, but you're learning all these habits that you can continue to be like, oh, okay, just turn off the brain, do the rotation, you don't think about it, and then that's when the damage really comes out. But again, saw a ton of damage there. I would love to hear your guys' feedback. How are you guys enjoying the PTR so far? If you are on it, if you're not, let me tell you, I'm really hoping this hits live because it's a ton of fun, and I can't wait to absolutely annihilate some keys and some bosses in Season 3. So again, please leave me your feedback down below. I'll have an AoE build out for this one very soon. And thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.